Hey guys, welcome to Crazy Conversations with Crazy Ethics. I am your host, Crazy Ethics. Now, a couple things came to mind. Of course, I was trying to prepare myself to do this live. You can subscribe for free. The Hall of Crazy Ethics. I also have the Hall of Crazy Ethics too, guys, and that's about the artist I've seen perform. I got the blessing to be there and experience and feel the authenticity in these rooms. So if you visit and subscribe to the Hall of Crazy Ethics too, you'll see what I'm talking about. Um, don't chase it, attract it. Meaning you can't force anything. You want somebody that takes care of themselves and loves themselves in your life. You might be looking for a relationship. You might be looking for just a business partner. No matter what it is you're looking for or you dream about, you have to become. So if you act like you are, then you shall become. If you type in, make sure just to type in the comments that you can hear me. Oh, and my audience is selected not for kids, and not that it's not about love, but I would rather you have approval and supervision from a parent if you are not at least the age of 18 years old. Um, I want us all to grow, and there's certain topics. And when I get into crazy conversations with crazy ethics, I don't want to impose, and I don't need those problems. When you're doing something with your life, guys, when you get to the light, you're still surrounded by the dark. So it'll get ugly, all right? So I just want to make sure I watch what I say um, to people, to their kids, you know. Hopefully they'll give them an honest chance. Some of us weren't given an honest chance. Some of us grew up around other people's lifestyle choices and became a victim of your environment, but you don't have to be the victim anymore. Breaking curses is crazy. I'd like to say, watch what you say out your mouth. It can help you or it can make it worse. So if you really want to grow, you really want to get more control. I watch what I say, I watch my terminology I use. And you can what's the first word in spelling? Guys, if you want to type in the comments, what's the first word in the word spelling? All right. While you type that in the comments, I'm gonna go ahead and let you know. Um, with the power of the tongue, we do indeed cast spells, the first word in spelling, with our spelling words. Not only that, they've changed our languages and books were rewritten over and over again as we jump to different timelines. So take what's for you, take what will help you grow and keep going up. The only way is love. The only way to rise above. You can't force anything. Whatever you're looking for, it's already available, first of all. That's the trick. That's what they don't tell us. That job you got, think about the job, guys. Think about the upgrades. Think about all them times you lost something already and you thought you weren't going to make it out of that situation, and what happened? You made it out. You may have met people along the way that changed your lives. And even if it was a situation or a relationship that didn't work out, guess what? You still learn something. I bet you the next one that you get with, you won't let them treat you the same. I bet you the same stuff that flew in the last relationship or situation or job, the last time you let somebody get away with some shit, I bet you won't let it fly the next time. So you did get something out of it. You did learn something. And sometimes if you're going through a situation like right now, you might not even want to hear this. You know how many people, they just be like, nah, fuck it. I used to be one of them ones, go to the drink, they be the way, in my mind, to cure the problem, you know. But what I learned is once you work on it, you sit in sobriety. The only way to rise to the most high, you cannot get high. And that's a crazy quote. The only way to rise to the most high, you cannot get high. I even had quit smoking weed for about 2 weeks. The only way to astral project, the government calls it remote viewing. So it's a real thing. You don't gotta take shrooms or eat acid or DMTs or 2CIs or whatever it is that they got. Ecstasy pills. You don't have to do none of this stuff to jump out of your body. It's called remote viewing. But my first time I did it, I didn't do it on purpose. It was by accident. So you guys want to change your outcome? You want to change? See, the future is right after you speak now. You look up the definition of future and past. Check it out. And type in the comments, love if you love yourself first. If you put yourself first, if you make time for yourself and what you love, this is what I love. It's crazy conversations because I talk to myself. Welcome to Crazy Conversations with Crazy Ethics. This is a game. Actually, apparently, scientists proved a long time ago. You can look it up. So it's somewhere. I think it was on Google. But scientists proved we were living a simulation. What's a simulation, guys? A game. So kind of like the Super Mario Brothers. Check me out. Kind of like the Super Mario Brothers. If you jump into the painting, you jump into yourself, right? Because this is a game. You jump inside and you repaint your picture. You can repaint your life's picture by jumping inside of them frames, just like in the game. You jump inside the picture, now you got to beat these levels. It's kind of like that. It's also kind of like the Sims game, if you think about it, guys. Think about this. If the Sims character doesn't get enough time for themselves, right? Their stuff is messed up, their sinks start breaking, the Sims character starts crashing out. Sims character's got a good career, a good life, plenty of friends. They can have parties whenever they want, fill up whole houses. But the Sims character goes crazy when they don't got enough time for themselves. That's why I say it's just like the Super Mario Bros. This is the game of life. There's audiobooks on YouTube. I tapped into it. It was one of the first audiobooks I've ever listened to. It took me a couple of days. It's crazy how so simple it is. This game called life. But we go through trials and tribulations and lessons, and God, when you're doing the right thing, it's like so many more curveballs are thrown at you. It's like the test gets harder and harder. The levels you can't beat is easy anymore once you reach a certain frequency. Once you reach a certain frequency, guys, the levels get harder. And like I said, scientists proved we were living in a simulation. Guys, this is what, and I want to tap you in right now. Crazy read backwards is in Zol as a reborn character. Zol is a game. It's a game. Ethics is energy and time or travel hide inside centering self. So time travel is not a machine you get into either, guys. Oh yeah, it gets crazy. It's crazy conversations with crazy ethics. It's crazy because I talk to myself. They called Einstein crazy too. Who am I? And I hope you see the love in my eye. This is a crazy game. If you're down for the ride, you gotta hop inside of your mind. That's where the city of heaven resides. Even some biblical terms, what do they say, guys? Your paradise is here right now. It's what you want it to be. So jump inside them pictures on the wall. Repaint your picture. This is your life. Anything you want, any job, any career, any car, any place you want to go. You don't just gotta write a bucket list. How about you just go plan it already? Like do it now. Don't wait till tomorrow. The time is now today. The time was now yesterday. The time will be now tomorrow. And what you do today makes tomorrow. So if you're waiting till tomorrow constantly, you say, I don't got the time, right? Or the economy's bad. You might say, I've heard some people say, and I still love you and I wish you to rise and break that cycle, but oh, I got kids and the economy's bad. I can't start. Well, when are you going to start? When is the time going to be good for you? It's not going to change till you make the change. I had to learn that the only thing guaranteed in life is change. This game of life can be whatever you want it to be. And eventually, people's minds about you will change. At first, they're going to say you're crazy. They don't even know what the definition of crazy is. Y'all know what the definition of crazy is. They don't even know what the definition of man is, and they call themselves a man. Right? No, no hate, all love, but the truth hurts. But here with Crazy and Crazy Conversations, what's that? What was that? I'm the truth, and they say the truth hurt. She said she want a hood figure. I keep the work, but yeah, y'all know the song. Um, People are gonna hate you when you speak the truth. Most importantly, I've learned I need to look at things from a different angle, which is what crazy means. Crazy means at an angle or out of place. So I call myself crazy because I look at things from every angle. I stand out in every place, and I do not run the puppet race. They called Einstein crazy. Everybody knows all geniuses talk to themselves. What's the stuff the governments and the president's trying to do? Y'all incarcerating people for being homeless and people that talk to themselves. This is all new stuff, news to me. You know what CNN stands for, constant negative news. And they're not just CNN, all of them. Anytime they're distracting you, there's something they are hiding. Anyways, this is the game of life. That's what it is. I'm not going to try to get too deep. I try to let messages come to me. That's what I mean by don't chase. Don't force it. Let it come to you to a degree. Now, focusing is another form of meditation. All right. I read that in the book, Love People Use Things. So you can look up the book. Milburn. I forget. I need to really show love to authors as I'm about to become one, right? But love people use things. That's where you can find it. Also in that book it says use A really good one I really love. There's one more. It's use food for fuel and not entertainment. Boom. I had to think about it. Your thoughts project your reality back into the game. We're going back into the game, guys. Okay. So your levels get harder each picture frame you jump into. See, because a lot of the times I think what the problem is, we're trying to fulfill somebody else's painted picture, what they we think that we're supposed to do. And in studying the science of well-being, I learned that we only think we know what we want. That's the main point of the whole class, the science of well-being. You can go learn for free on Coursera.org, or you can pay if you want certificates or whatever. You don't got to go to college to take these classes, okay? So, boom, Coursera.org if you want to go. They got random subjects. You can learn a lot. Stuff that comes out of like Yale University, all other major colleges too, all over the United States. So if you want to go learn for free, by the way, man, I love to learn. It's crazy. You might call that an obsession. I'd rather be obsessed with that than binge watching Netflix or something, you know? But yeah, go learn for free on Coursera.org. It's crazy. All the classes you can take and learn for free. Now, sometimes it'll stop you at a certain point and won't let you get all the good stuff. They're starting to get smart. Because it's all about the dollar, but there's still stuff you can learn for free. Um, it's crazy. But yeah, back into the picture. I think sometimes we're trying to fulfill somebody else's dream. Like we live in the America, the land of the free. I'm not taking nothing from nobody, and thank you to everybody who played an important part. Not all people are bad people. So I'm trying to watch what I say and look at things from a different angle. But we're in the game of life. They're holding us back. They're painting our pictures for us. Even playing basketball, technically, if you think about it, and there's some wands in basketball. You know who they are. And there's some wands in every, whether it's baseball, basketball, football, fighting. You got Bruce Lee's, you got Michael Jordan's, you got your Kobe Bryant, your Michael Vicks. Like what I love about this game of life is your key characters, your main characters of the game, the ones that are really tapped in. They're the ones that get hated on the most. Guys, it's all love. They did what they love. But at the same time, some of the other characters in the game are just your regular basketball players. They're kind of like the smaller stars compared to the sun, if you know what I mean. Not to take anything from anybody. You're all stars at the end of the day. On the other side, we're all just stars that shine so bright. There's no such thing as a girl or guy, only the light surrounded by night. And this costume here is God giving us life. Is that all right? Yeah, I got poetry and stuff, so anytime you want something, just tap in. And type love in the comments if you put yourself first and you love yourself first. And you're determined to beat these levels of these games. And I'm here to tell you, money's not going to make you happy. Money, if that's the only thing you're aiming for, might as well go ahead and sit down. Because you can't take it with you. And I don't care how much money you leave after you leave. Wait, you catch that? I don't care how much money you leave after you leave. It's not love. You're not leaving nothing worth any real profit. Real profit is what you get from doing what you love. That's real profit. You already got gold and platinum inside of your mind. So you're only going to get the real profit from jumping inside of this game, which is your equilibrium projection reality. Just like I said before, every job, every car you ever got, you thought about it. You might have wrote it down. You might have went to the dealership. You might have hopped inside. You projected everything you got right now. That's why I say don't get influenced by the outside world, because people will project things on you. So now you're living somebody else's dream out again. The head honchos that get the best, the most money, see, they're really the ones in charge. Now they don't run us if you're the main characters in the game. You feel me? They can't control us. They can't hurt us. They can't harm us. You're on a different timeline, or some people will say a different frequency. So it can't touch you. But, boom, then you got the other side, where some people know how to tap into their powers and they do it for not good. Not everybody's good, y'all. Not every spiritual person's good. I show my crazy side first. Let me tell you why. Because if they can't handle all of me, do they deserve me? No. I had to sit with myself, be able to handle my emotions, split the ocean, control my emotion. I had to do that myself. So if you can't handle me for what I got to go through in the dark, so I'm able and capable to get to the light, then you don't deserve behind closed doors. This is behind closed doors for me. That's what I love. I love to get outside in nature. I love to write. Got multiple of these full every page. From back when I start writing, I just can't stop. I feel like maybe I should just record like this and go back and write it down sometime. Because the best information is never forced. You let it come and flow fluently. It's kind of like freestyling or something. But in this game of life, you can have everything you want. You just can't force it. But at the same time, you got to focus on it, because focus is another form of meditation. I also read that in the book, Love People Use Things. Okay? So you be like, how did this person become so successful? They didn't believe in God. Some people are really stuck on specific belief systems. So they'll be like, they'll run to and say something like that. Okay? Like, how did they got everything they want? They don't even believe in a God. Well, because the proper way, I wouldn't say the proper way to pray, but another way to pray is to meditate. And that's the way to elevate. If anybody knows about meditation, when people pray, Muslims, they actually pray. They get prayer rugs. They don't just pray when something's bad. So that's another form of meditation, prayer. So whether you're meditating or whether you're focusing on your goals, it's another form of prayer, which is kind of projecting your reality if you think about the game. Every car, every job you ever had, every school, if you went to college, you signed up for the college you wanted to go to, right? You went through and you chose. Nobody forced you. You chose. So you projected your reality if you still don't believe you're in the game. I told you guys, Crazi read backwards is Enzol as a reborn character. Zol is a Latvian card game, which also means soul. Console could be your soul. But console is the game ultimately. Soul. They do re mi fa sol. You live on a frequency. This is a musical realm as well as the game of life. Jump inside of that picture. repaint your picture is up to you. And I had to learn, I had to stay by myself. Like, I didn't have enough time working 2 jobs just to barely pay rent, phone bills, and be able to hang out with family sometimes and go do something. You know what I mean? Like, I didn't have no time for myself. I couldn't work on myself in this game of life. I was following and fulfilling somebody else's goals, somebody else's dreams, which could be somebody else's nightmare. I might be in some freaking bad movie. I might be in a Truman Show. Might have the paparazzi or like the feds, and or it might be the feds. Who knows? But they like to move everywhere you move to, pay people. You know, they use all. There's a lot of countries in the world, guys, and I don't want to get too deep on these topics, but for a minute, let me go ahead and elaborate on this. And in other countries and this country, especially this country right here, the United States, but other countries do it as well. They spend societies and communities money, whether it's tax money or just money you don't even know where it's going. This is where it's going. They're spending all this money to spy on us. This is real. And if you're spiritual, you know what I'm talking about. The feds are like paparazzi, and paparazzi are like feds, vice versa. Whichever way you want to look at it. Back to the game of life. Because don't get stuck on certain belief systems. That's kind of like being locked in chains or to one community. If you love all people, I love all people. The sun shines equal on all people. The only rule I'm going to say, if you break, business is business. And with any major, whether you want to call them mobsters or mafias or whatever, the biggest rule in the game of life is you can't hurt women or children. Okay? And that's it. And I'm going to leave that topic at that. But they spend a lot of money spying on us. And I had to look at things, crazy means at a different angle. So people have been opening up my mind to different ways of thinking. They don't even realize it. And when you know how it feels for somebody to take one thing from your past, when you was a kid at that, still learning, still growing, and they take one thing from your past and they blow that bitch out of proportion. Not telling the other. There's other sides to every story. Every thing's got two sides, like the peace sign to it. Everything. Everything is two sides to the peace sign. Don't you be blind, but be kind. If you don't, well, then that's fine. Your frequency is gonna flatline. Back to sleep. Nap time. I stay up. This track grind. I move forward, never rewind. Yeah, you get the picture. Sorry, this is Crazy Conversations with Crazy Ethics. And it's crazy because I talk to myself. Give me a second. So I just pack forever anyways. One of these, the bear got a microphone. Might be a magician. I don't know. Got the little magic looking hat. Got the bow. Use your voice. Um, Follow a dream. Pick up some hobbies, some something that's gonna elevate you and make you happy. Because if you're working all the time, you're trying to get this. You're forcing it. You're thinking money's the resolution. It's not. You got to save most of your energy for yourself. It says let's party. I'm gonna say change the way you party. We think going out, drinking, clubbing is a good time because, well, that's all we used to know. I was one of them ones. I used to club every damn night. You would go to work so damn tired, could barely open my eyes. And when I did, I couldn't see all them bitches. So it's hard, but one day at a time. I chose to never drink alcohol again for the rest of my life because alcohol is the world's most available drug in this game of life. The most available drug in this game of life is alcohol. And they done sugared it, coated it, beat around the bush, dumbing themselves down because I did that for a long time. I quit one time for 17 months. Then I got bored, and guess what I did? I started drinking again. I'm almost at 2 months now where I've decided this is not just going to be another 17-month trip. This is going to be until it's time for me to pass through again. Go to the next game. And if you guys are new and you're just tapping in, we're talking about, like, we are the main characters. A lot of your chosen ones, your spiritual beings, y'all are the main characters in this game of life. Okay? Behind closed doors, behind these eyelids, is a console. Okay? It's a game. It's like a chip. It's like anything on AI, it's also you. Because only thing downloaded on the computers came from somebody like you or I. That's why they need y'all to tap in and put your ideas inside. Think about it. Anyways, the Game of Life, the audiobook, that's on YouTube. It's not my creation. One of the first things that helped me change my ways of thinking, which is very important in this game. So don't forget the equilibrium, your brain, your sixth sense. It don't matter what you want to call it. This is the control. This is the power source that you either turn on or turn off. And when you're drinking alcohol and you're partying and you think that's the only way to party and have a good time, no. Go on a cruise and drink some fruit smoothies. How about that for fun? Go bring some watermelons on a picnic and go sit your ass in some grass. How about that for fun? How about communities gather and do that instead? Like, I was so grateful for the vegan fest. Like, even though I had to work, somebody brought me a plate and everything. You know what I mean? And those people I got to meet, it's just, that's amazing. People that get together and watch the foods they eat. And there's communities out here doing that. That's the type of fun and partying I'm talking about. So if I tell you to go party, I mean, go play some peaceful music, whether it's reggae, whether it's Afro beats, whether it's classical. I don't care what it is, as long as it's peaceful, not hateful, it's motivating, inspiring. You might get something out of it. That's the type of music I'm talking to, because you want to watch your frequency. That's how people get to fighting at parties. Plus, the alcohol numbs your brain. And if is the controller to the whole game, if you're taking any mind altering substances at all, we won't be able to see. I'm not perfect. I used to pop X, uh, drink my ass off, turn up like I said all the time. So it takes time. You know, my dad passed in 2018. 2016, I started to change. 2018 was the kicker in the game. It was, I'm either gonna break you or I'm gonna make you right now in this game of life. You thought you had been through enough situations before, then boom, you get hit with a hammer, a big one, like in the game. I'm either gonna make you or I'm gonna break you. And whether you talk when you talk about I, you can say I, you can say the terminology could be God, it could be love. And let's get this clear. God is not a man. But a woman is a man. Please. You know, terminology is important. Y'all should when I study and when I see something, I'm like, you know, I think I know what this word means, but I know there's more definitions. There's more to it than what I know. I just know the base. Or I know one angle of it, one side. And that's crazy. So I look up words and definitions if you want to expand. Like, you got to put this is a game, guys. There's levels to this game. You can't follow somebody else's way. That's forcing it. You feel me? You can take what's for you out of it. Make sure you give them credit for it. I try to do the same all the time. You go back and listen to my stuff and look, you'll see. And my books, you'll see. You know, there's a lot of inspirational beings out here. And they're all great. Great ones, chosen ones, spiritual ones. People look at us like we're crazy. Quite literally. Because we learn when and where to turn our power on and off. It's crazy conversations with crazy ethics. It's crazy because I talk to myself. This little one has a guitar on it, so music once again. Do, re, mi, fa, sol, S-O-L. In Spanish, the terminology son is like a soul. The only way to rise to the most high. Soul is also the sun. Solar. Do, re, mi, fa, sol. I'm the summer solstice one, by the way. It's not original without the one, all the way around the border, all the way around the sun. The sun shines equal on everyone, by the way, too. This is a game, and you can play the game if you jump inside of you, yourself. When you wake up in the morning, I think love, I think light. Definitely be sure to remember the things I have to be grateful for. Because in this game, you can lose sight easy. Remember, what you see with these eyes ain't real, only what you feel. And the thought has to be connected to the feeling, so that what you feel is your gut, your the seventh sense, telepathy, right? Telephone. Like, you communicate through feeling. You can feel somebody's genuine when they hold you, when they give you a hug, or when they dap you up, right? I'm saying, it's a game. Y'all know what the government stands for in this game? Split the word government in half. Govern your mental. Why would they want to govern your mental? So you can't tap into the game and repaint your picture, just like them frames on that wall. If you haven't played this game, you don't know what I'm talking about. I'm gonna need you to go find an old school system, hook it up, and get into it. Not just like the Sims game, not just like Super Mario. I mean, look at the games they're coming out with now. Imagine being in a game saying, "Yeah, I want to create a game within a game." And if you still don't believe we're living a simulation, even after we know the scientists proved it, how about the my homeboy put me on the Hong Kong movie? There's something where the gorilla, he threw the tree, the big tree, into the sky, and when it got to the sky, it was like zzz. All you could see was frequencies. It looked like a computer in the sky, bunch of wires, bunch of lights. That won't just a movie. It was a warning sign. You gotta pay attention to the signs. And there is only one way, and that's through love. The only way to rise above. I love you guys. Peace.